Alright guys, I just had my first formal interview and it went really good. I was so nervous. We had like it was a job fair, so we had like an informal interview first, and I was so nervous, and then they gave me a call back for a second interview and it went so well and I'm so excited. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is really exciting to make, as you kind of saw like in the intro. This is a video of me telling my mom that I was offered my dream teaching position. This is like obviously later. This happened back in February when I was still student teaching. I had just started student teaching really, and we had a job fair that our professors emailed to us, and they said, hey, it would be a good idea if you go. And I wasn't really going looking for a job. I was just going to experience like what a job fair was like, just trying to get a feel for how they worked, because I had never been to a job fair type of hiring, I guess. I've always just been to like, they post a job, you go interview for it, but not one where you kind of like look around and see what jobs are available, and then they kind of just line you up and pull you to a principal, interview you, and then if they like you or think you could be a good fit, then they push you off into the next pool. And so yeah, I decided I was gonna go with one of my friends, because we just wanted to kind of get a feel for it, and then maybe if we got jobs that would be cool. But I didn't go in expecting that at all, because everybody that we saw looked very seasoned and we were obviously still in college. We had no teaching experience, and so we were there for a little bit, and we literally almost left. We almost left because we were sitting there and we were just like, look, all these people were moving around us, like going to the booths, and we were so shy and we didn't go to any of the booths, and I don't know, we were just like, do we want to stay? Like, and so we, at the time that we were about to leave, this older man came and talked to us, and he was like, oh, how long have you been teaching, blah, 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 blah. And so we talked to him, and he made me feel like so much better. But that part's a funny story, which I'll address in a second. But he was like, oh, well, as we were like going to leave, he was like, oh, you line up over there for the interview. So we couldn't just be like, oh wait, we were trying to leave. So I was like, you know what, let's just stick it out and do it. So we got in line, and we each got stuck with the principal, and they just asked us like basic questions. Where'd you go to school? Tell us a little bit about yourself, that kind of thing. And it was like a 7 or 8 minute little conversation, and then they didn't really tell us like how it was gonna work like after that first initial interview. So she wrote my name like on this slip, and then I went out to a table, and the lady was like, you need to be back in an hour for your like formal interview. Keep in mind, like, I had no idea what was going on, and I was like, what, a formal interview? Like, wait. And so I was so confused. And so I hurried home, and I started printing my classroom management plan, copies of resumes for the amount of people that I figured would be in the room, which is typically like 5 or 6. I printed 6 resumes, 6 classroom management plans, and my teaching philosophy. So I printed all those and enough copies to disperse so everyone could have one if they wanted to. And then I started thinking of questions that they could ask me. I looked at Haley Caitlin's video, which she's really good at posting videos about like interview questions, so I'll link her channel down below if you want to see hers. But that was the first video I found, and that is what I watched. And she just talked about using terms that are used in teaching, so like differentiation, summative assessments, formative assessments, like those words that if you know those things, then you know what you're doing, kind of thing. And so I just started writing down key things, like what my teaching style was. I really wanted a flexible seating classroom, so I made that vocal. I wrote like, this is the type of classroom that I envision. This is how my classroom management will be, and I just had it very like, so when they asked the question, I knew the answer. So if you're applying for a job, that is what I recommend. That was like rapid fire, and honestly, I'm so lucky that I got this job and blessed, but definitely be prepared. So I had my classroom management plan done, I had my teaching philosophy done, so when it came time, I just needed to print it, and I was ready to go. So that is my advice. If you're applying for a job, just come prepared with more than they're expecting, you know what I mean? And so yeah, this video is the same day that they offered me the job, and I have a clip from like right after the interview that I filmed, and I'll insert that too. It's kind of goofy, but I'll put that in here. And I went to my student teaching school to go finish the lesson plan because I had a observation the next day, so I went and printed that, and then that's when I decided to tell my mom. My mom and I are really close, and so she knew I was going to the job fair, but she didn't really think anything of it either. And so I set up a camera in her classroom and got her reaction on camera. So this is the final reveal of telling my mom that I got the kindergarten position. So this is where the video is going to end after that clip. So if you enjoyed, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I plan to do more teaching stuff on this channel because that's the season of life that I'm in right now, and so that is what you'll be seeing from here on out. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you're new, and thanks for watching. Bye guys.
Okay, I want to exit.
What? Come here.
You love me? Yes. I know. What do you want?
Guess what? What? They offered me the job.
They did! That's awesome! That's so cool! Oh my gosh, I love it! I knew it! Oh gosh. So?
It was like 30 minutes after I got back, and I was like talking to Chris, my phone was on silent, and I went back and I had a missed call, and I was like, surely not, like there's no way. And he was like, they were like blown away by you, they want you like now for the kindergarten spot.
The kindergarten!
He's like, how does that sound? I was like, ah!
I'll take it!
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome!
Yeah.
So you got the job.